As the world of photography changes, so does the world of paranormal photography. Especially since the development of the digital age, taking shots and post-analysis got a whole lot easier. My name is Stephanie Sutera, and I am the Associate Director as well as the Paranormal Photographer for the Thames Society of Paranormal Investigations. And I'm here to tell you about the paranormal photography method I developed called the Sutera process. You don't know how many times motion is mistaken for an apparition or something else paranormal. Even light in motion can leave a very ghostly effect. Artists sometimes use the technique and call it light painting. To at least eliminate the motion from yourself, place your camera on a sturdy table or surface. Or if you have a tripod, use it. Now I want to talk to you about lighting. First of all, ditch the flash. That bright light can create all sorts of shadows that you wouldn't see without the flash, and so it might create a false positive. Or you create a lens flare or get that pesky orb effect, which is caused by a reflection off dust, bugs, or moisture. Try using natural light, like the moonlight, if it's bright enough. Minus the moving clouds, of course. Or use a stationary light from home, or a flashlight. It is very difficult for a paranormal investigator to conduct research, moving from location to location. Generally, in science, experiments are tested over and over again in a lab, and since we are often on the move, we do still want to create some sort of control. So while taking your photos, make sure nothing is interfering with the setting of the shot. Are the trees in front of the street lamp outside blowing in the wind, changing the lighting in the room? Are headlights from a car creating light pollution? Make sure your investigators aren't moving around, creating shadows, or using their torches while you're trying to take your shots. No matter if you own a DSLR or a simple point-and-shoot camera, like the one shown here, the Sutera process can still be utilized. Look for the dial on top of your camera and switch it to the auto setting. Let your camera do the work for you if you're really not familiar with how to change your camera settings. Let's say a ghost or something else paranormal decides to pose for your photo. Instead of just taking one shot, why not try taking 3 or 4 or 5 shots? That way you have several shots of the same scene, and you can compare them all, possibly seeing the path of the apparition that you may have captured. After you've taken your shots home, find a photo editor. There are plenty of free ones online. Just look it up. If your picture is too dark, up the brightness or exposure. Maybe try inverting it or changing the color. Then crop out the subject to zoom in for a closer look. Keep that camera still. Use natural light or stationary light, and don't forget, no flash. Make sure there is no light pollution. Use the auto setting. Let your camera do the work for you. Take multiple shots and then compare them. Find a free photo editor online and play around with your images. And that's the Sutera process.